educators, this is Marie Henderson. In this video, we're going to look at taking a file and creating a fillable form from it. And so I've saved what was originally a Word document as a PDF here on my computer, and I'm going to go ahead and open it in Adobe Acrobat Pro DC. So I clicked open, and I've got the file out here on my desktop. Once I find the title, I can click here to open. And then using the tools here along the side, one of your options is to prepare form. If you don't see that in the list though, it's probably here under more tools. So I click to prepare form and then to start. Of course, you do have the option to require a signature if that's needed, but it's not in this case. And so I click here to start, and it's going to go ahead and find places on my document where I might have a field that would need to be filled. Some of the fields that it finds may not actually be things that need to be filled, and so those can be deleted. And then I also have tools here across the top for adding additional text boxes or check boxes or radials as well. And so like here on this first row, I don't actually need this field. And so if I click on it, it turns blue, and then I can just hit delete or backspace on my keyboard and it'll get rid of it. The next thing you want to consider is how many times it's using the same numbering or naming system. And really here, though you're not necessarily going to track the individual fields with the advanced tools that are provided, you still may want to have them named appropriately so that you can find them easily. And so if you right-click on one of those fields and you go here to rename field, then you can make this incident commander primary, for instance, and just hit enter on your keyboard, click off of the box, and then you can go on and do that same thing here for the next box, right click, and incident commander secondary. So you can go through here removing any extra field that maybe you don't need, renaming any of these that have the numbering system that won't be useful to you. And then as we come further on down here, it looks like mostly the document has filled nicely with the fields that I need. Sometimes adding extra ones that I can easily delete, and then again where these are just named with some numbers that may not be useful, I can right click and select to rename. Now if at some point I decide I need an additional field, maybe I want to list additional information up here in the top right corner. If you click on this add a text field button, then when you drag your mouse out here to the page itself, you can click and drag to size that field, and then you can name the field and adjust the properties as needed. And so maybe I need the name of the school that's involved in this form. And so I added this name of school field, and now it's here at the top right. If you go ahead, since this would be probably the first field someone would click into, you can go ahead and drag that over here in your list of fields up to the top, because that way as someone hits tab and moves through the document, they will be able to move through in an appropriate order. And so I'm just going to drag that up here and list that as the very first field here on page 1. And so then when you're finished, you can click to preview, and it's great because you can try out the tabbing feature, just hitting tab on your keyboard, and you'll see your cursor moves through the fields itself. And so then you can go back and do editing as needed, or when you're finished, you can close, and then of course you would want to save your PDF. You may want to save it separate from the original file, and so maybe this one, instead of to be made fillable, this one is now fillable. As always, if you have questions or need additional assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks, and have a great day.